On the phone with us once again on Valley Talk is Marie Dodds, Oregon Triple A. Marie, did you have a good holiday weekend?
I did, Dave, and I hope that you and your listeners also had a good, enjoyable 3-day weekend.
And one of the things that's making it even more enjoyable is we're seeing that gasoline prices are slowly starting to come down. Is that what's going to happen, and do we expect the trend to continue?
I think so. I think that, barring unforeseen events, we will see gas prices continue to ease over the next couple of weeks here as we get into June. And when we look back at what has happened in the last week, we're down 3 cents here in Albany. The Oregon average is down 3 cents, and the national average is down 3 cents. So we're all doing that. Of course, national average is lower than we are here in Oregon. National average drops to 3.63. The Oregon statewide average is down 3 cents to 3.95, and in Albany, our average is also 3.95, down 3 cents.
What's causing the price to go down?
You know, one of the biggest factors that sent prices up was tight regional supplies due to refinery maintenance, both planned and unplanned. And here on the West Coast, we saw our prices shoot up because we had a lot of refineries go offline in California and also in Washington State. Some were down for planned maintenance. Others had issues and had to be shut down while the problems were fixed. So the situation is getting back to normal, and that also is the same case in the Midwest. We saw some huge price spikes in the Midwest, with some states hitting all-time record highs because of refinery issues there. So for now, the problems seem to be on the mend, and, you know, it was basically supply and demand. We had some tight supplies and high demand because of the holiday weekend, but the refineries were not able to create a lot of product. So the situation is improving. I would expect that gas prices will continue to ease here over the next couple of weeks, barring unforeseen events. I always have to say that because as we've learned here on the West Coast, you know, our supplies can be fairly tight to begin with, and you knock a few refineries offline, and that can send wholesale prices rising in a hurry, and we know what happens then. Those increases get passed on to us, the consumer.
So we were expecting that the higher prices weren't going to affect the Memorial Day holiday driving, but were you able to do any post-surveys, and what actually happened?
You know, doing post-surveys is something that'll take a couple of weeks because actually we do put surveys out into the field after major holidays, but it takes a while for that data to be gathered and for people to get back home where they can even respond to a survey. So it'll be a few weeks yet before we have firm data, but all anecdotal evidence points to a pretty busy Memorial Day, and I would say that our prediction was fairly accurate in that the level of travel was probably very, very similar to last year. AAA had actually projected a very slight decline in Memorial Day travel of less than 1%, but still, when you have 35 million Americans traveling, the roadways, airports, train stations, bus stations, ferries, everything's going to be busy, and that certainly seemed to be the case for Memorial Day 2013.
Well, for the economy and for travelers and people wanting to have a good time, hopefully the trend will continue downward.
You know, I think most consumers would agree with you. We certainly would like to see some easing gas prices in time for the summer driving season. And at this point, that's what I see in the crystal ball. Again, if we get hit with something unexpected like more refinery outages or major storms, we could see gas prices go up again in a hurry. But I think if we stay relatively calm and we don't have distribution issues, I think that we will see gas prices continue to go down a little bit as we kick off the summer driving season.
Fair enough. Marie, we'll check with you later.
Thank you, Dave.
Marie Dodds, Oregon AAA. This is KGAL's Valley Talk.